people have now forgotten Iran-Contra. We have a whole series on it. Let me show people in case they want to learn about Iran-Contra, because it's diagnostic of the whole system. So if you go to Management of Reality, you go to the archive, and you say, I'm interested in Iran-Contra, right? You can get a whole education on what this was, right? What happened here? What happened is that this guy, Ayatollah Khomeini, takes power in 1979 and initiates the jihadi regime that is still running Iran, okay? And this guy, Ronald Reagan, he had campaigned, because he became president right after Ayatollah Khomeini became the supreme leader of Iran. And in the presidential campaign, his entire presidential campaign was to criticize Jimmy Carter for not getting sufficiently tough on the Iranian jihadi regime. And he promised that he would kick the ass, he would kick Iranian ass, he would show Iranians who's boss, blah, blah, blah. That was his whole presidential campaign. And then when he became president, the first thing he did is he started sending billions of dollars in weapons in secret to Ayatollah Khomeini, right? Well, that obviously that means that he is pro-jihad, right? Of course, when he got caught in 1986, this all became public. Thanks to the Arab press, actually. This was discovered by a Syrian newspaper, and then it became an international scandal. Or a Lebanese newspaper. I forget if it was Lebanese or Syrian. Anyway, the name of the newspaper is Al-Shira. And once it became public, what Ronald Reagan and his team said is, we're sorry, but we were trying to do a good thing. We were trying to free American hostages held by Hezbollah in Lebanon. And since Hezbollah is a creation of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, we were sending billions of dollars in weapons to Ayatollah Khomeini to see if we could, in this way, beg Khomeini to lean on Hezbollah to free, 5 American hostages in Lebanon, which is ridiculous. But it couldn't even be true in principle, because later investigations demonstrated that the secret arms shipments to Iran had begun in 1981. The first Hezbollah hostage in Lebanon was taken in 1982. So the decision to start sending weapons to Iran had absolutely nothing to do with the hostages. Okay, nothing. So if you're but not only that, if you look at the sequence of events, you'll see that while the U.S. was sending all of these secret arms to Iran, yes, a couple of hostages were released, but then they took new hostages. So there's no relationship between sending arms to Iran and releasing hostages. That didn't happen. The weapons were not doing that. They weren't getting hostages released. So there's no way that this story makes any sense. The only story that makes sense is that the bosses had a pro-jihadi policy.